Hi, I'm Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman. I'm here with Dr. Lindsey, and we just completed our second discussion or committee meeting with the Special Emergency Task Force on minority mental health and suicide. We had the honor of having Taraji P. Henson present to us today. And Dr. Lindsey and I recognize that this is a second and what will be a number of hearings that we have. It is our hope that we will look at this issue from different points of view and look at evidence-based programs that successfully work in this place, and then look to allocate the proper resources to ensure that our children have a health and safety a growing up period. And so I want to turn it over to Dr. Lindsey, who is actually our expert here, to talk about sort of the things that he feels that the direction in which we need to go.
First of all, I want to thank you, Congresswoman, for stepping up to the call of this moment, which is to really address the rising rates of suicide and the mental health treatment disparities among Black youth here in the United States. Back in 1999, I remember the Surgeon General of the United States, David Satcher, he actually told us that we had a crisis in terms of mental health treatment disparities among Blacks and particularly among Black youth. He called it out in 1999. And the data bears out that over the span of time, we've seen suicide rates increase, particularly for kids between 5 and 12 years old. More so than any other group, Black youth underutilize mental health services for depression, anxiety, and trauma. And so this moment is really about your leadership and taking this issue at heart and saying, we've got to do something about it. We know that, Black youth are over-suspended from schools, right? When they are engaging in behavior that we can treat, we can address in school mental health services. So we have to really take this moment and thank you for stepping up and saying to the world and to the United States, of course, that no longer will we stand idly by and watch our kids be railroaded into the criminal justice system. Was it 75% of kids in juvenile detention have diagnosable mental health issues, which says to me that there's something on the front end that we're not doing enough of, and that is getting these kids and families connected to mental health services, helping families, helping teachers identify the symptoms early, and being really keen on the nuanced expressions of these behaviors so that we know, okay, even though that kid is irritable and angry, that kid is depressed, and let's get this kid some mental health treatment. So thank you for the great work that you're doing and calling us together to do something about it.
Thanks, Doctor. I'm so grateful that we found you, because you certainly have opened up our eyes. I mean, I looked at it anecdotally and recognized we got a problem here. This is scary. We got to do something about this. You've got the research behind you. You've got some evidence-based solutions. We need to air those out in a national way so that we can build the will among Congress members. And thank God we got 55 African Americans in Congress right now who can bring this discussion around at a different level. It's very complex.
It is complex.
It starts at a very young age.
Yes.
It has multiple reasons. And I'm just happy to be able to work with you on this. And I want us to unearth it and in short order come up with a call to arms.
I know you've given us a mandate to get this report to you, and we're working on it. The working group is comprised of some really, really strong people, academicians, folks who are on the front lines doing the work, advocates, the whole nine. So thank you for bringing such an august group of folks together to really address this issue. As we were talking about earlier, I mean, we know about evidence-based treatments. Oftentimes they don't make their ways to communities of color. We don't have, as we were talking about in the hearing earlier, enough providers who are culturally competent. And so all of those issues we're going to spell out in the report and really help to address a roadmap to get us to really resolving these emergent issues.
So I know this was a rather long little video chat, but this is a very important substantive issue, and we want to keep you informed. But I'm going to ask personally something of you that I don't generally ask. I need you to share this on your platforms, because more people talking about this, the more people that understand this, the easier it will be for us to harness the resources and the will to change things better for all of our communities. So keep in touch. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
That's good.
All right.